Last year, I made a tier list which was talking about Disney princes. And so on that list, we got kind of flexible with what we were calling a prince. And we just went with everybody who was a male love interest. And so when it came time to do my Disney princess list, it didn't feel right to not include everybody that we had on that list. And so the term princess has been stretched pretty thin. And if that wasn't enough, Disney has also been stretched thin as well. We're going to be going into Pixar because Disney has decided, that Merida is a Disney princess, even though she's a Pixar character. And so once we introduced her, it didn't feel right to, leave out those Pixar characters that would fit in. So all of that to say, it's really easy to say that we have pushed princess to the breaking point, but we're only going to make this tier list once, so we might as well make it count. And so today we are going to be ranking the Disney princesses and all of the leading ladies and love interests that we could find. And so that is what we're doing. If you like this kind of stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's 43 to get through, so we're going to go pretty fast. Snow White from the movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is the first up on the list. For me, we also, I don't know. For me, I don't want to ever come across as creepy in this video, right? So we're obviously not ranking these ones like we did with the other one. Like, who would be the best, romantically, right? Because there's a lot of children on this list. And so we're not going there. So I don't know. We're feeling like their character. How much do I just like watching the movie that they're in? Are they good people? It seems like, are they a character that if my daughter told me that, or any kid told me that, this is my favorite Disney princess, would I say like, oh, that's cool? Or would I be like, why that one? So anyway, all that to say, you're going to disagree with some of these placements. Just let me know what you think. Okay. I know I said we needed to get going, but now we're really going to do it. Okay. Snow White from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is first up on the list. She is, I appreciate somebody who knows that they shouldn't be above doing housework, right? I've worked as a janitor before, and people who think that they are above unclogging a toilet, they just rub me the wrong way. She is not that kind of person. She shows up at this house. She doesn't even know whose house it is. She just starts to, to clean it, right? She's like, I'm gonna live here. I'd like to live here. So let's make this easier for them to see like, oh, she's worth keeping around, right? She sings. Her voice is not my favorite. It's pretty. Ooh, I'm wishing. I don't know if I've ever done a video where we mentioned Snow White and I haven't done the I'm wishing. So we're just keep doing that. Let's put her in B tier. Faline or Faline. Guys, it's been a while since I've watched Bambi. But for me, this is an easy F tier. Her character is non-existent. She's just a trophy to be fawned over. Deer puns. So, not a lot for me there. Sorry, all those Bambi fans out there. Cinderella is, I think, I'm going to go solid. I'm going to go A tier. I think I like Cinderella. For a lot of the reasons I like Snow White, but I like her even more. Like, she makes her own dress, though it gets destroyed. She has to put up with, like Snow White, she doesn't have to put up with a lot for a long time, it seems like. It's like all of a sudden her dad is dead or whatever, and then she's got to get out of town because she's going to get murdered. To be fair, Cinderella is just kind of like having to be a slave, which is also bad. I don't know. I just like her a little bit more. She doesn't complain I am a complainer about my life. Things go mildly. I am mildly inconvenienced by something, and people around me will know about it. Where she's just kind of like, I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna be happy where I am. and I like that. I'd like to be more like Cinderella. Alice from Alice in Wonderland. I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting a lot from her, right? She's not the exciting thing about the movie. She's the anchor, right? She's the boring part of the movie. So all of the crazy stuff can happen around. I don't remember her doing anything particularly selfless. I don't know. I'll put her in D tier. That seems fair to me. D tier. Wendy darling from Peter Pan. She's got a mothering instinct. It's too bad that she doesn't seem to have more fun when they're in Neverland. Though she's having a good time. Though she's fighting off a ton of people who are jealous of this situation she's in, where Peter likes her. But I'm going C tier for Wendy. Tinkerbell is one that is a little bit harder to place, because we're just going off the movie Peter Pan. She's pretty low for me. She's she betrays Peter and the people that he cares about. She's got attitude, but in a way that's not fun. It seems tiring to me. That makes me sound old. I don't know. She does have pixie dust, so she can do that, right? Make stuff fly. So that's cool. But then you get into the stuff where I think it's Tara Reid does the voice of Tinkerbell on the animated shows, and she's a lot more of a fleshed out character, and because of that, I'm gonna put her. See, this one I think could get me in trouble. The other ones so far I don't think could get me in trouble, but this one could. Let's go. Yeah, I'll go B tier. We'll go B tier for Tinkerbell. So that brings us to Lady from Lady and the Tramp. And there's nothing sticking out for me from this one. The movie itself is not incredibly memorable for me. And she's probably the least memorable part about it. So I'm going to put her... I'll put her D tier. I'm going below Alice, though. D tier. Now we're at Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. I like Aurora. I didn't realize how much I liked her until I saw this picture. I'm like, she's got some snark, but in a way that's not like Tinkerbell, a way that I find appealing. She's got attitude. She's like the good version of Rapunzel's upbringing, right? She's been raised in solitude, but by good people. She does just fall asleep. So that's not that exciting. But I do like her singing more than I like Snow White singing. Let's go B tier. Put her in B tier. Yeah, but she's cool. Yeah, I like Aurora. I like her name. I think Aurora is a cool name. I think that she suffers from her movie being called Sleeping Beauty because no one has ever rarely are people like, my favorite princess is Aurora. It's usually, and then people who don't know what you're talking about, be like, Sleeping Beauty. I feel like Belle, you can say, I like Belle, and people know what movie you're talking about. Anyway, we'll get there. Perdita is the doggy mom from 101 Dalmatians. As a mom, I think she's a more interesting character but we can take that into account right now. She's fine. She's ready to adopt all of these puppies as her own. That's a big thing, man. That's a lot. 100, or I guess 99 baby dogs to take in as your own. That's intense. I don't know how much of a say she really had in it. But I like her more than Lady. I'll put her above Wendy. Now, here we're at Anita, which is the female the human female lead of 101 Dalmatians. And it wasn't until I was making this list and I realized that her name is Anita and she named her dog Perdita. And I'm like, that's weird, right? Like, to name your dog something that rhymes with your name. Like, it's hard enough when a dog dies, right? But if a dog dies and its name rhymes with your name, like, you're really setting yourself up. I don't know, that's probably not what most people think about when it comes to getting a dog. Like, how sad it's going to be eventually when it dies. But that's how I think. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I like her. But she's not, like, there's nothing that particularly memorable, for me anyway, about her. Roger's cooler. Like, I like Roger more as a character. But let's put her, but I do like her more than, the dog. Yeah. C tier. Look out, everybody. Here she comes. Our first S tier. Mary Poppins. I don't know what to say, man. Practically perfect in every way. Just a great character. A lot of fun to watch. Julie Andrews is just fantastic. She's just so cool. And even, like, the character is good enough that even when Emily Blunt plays her years later in a movie that's kind of weird, right? That there's like a new one. The character is still good. I like her. I just like her. S tier. Duchess from the Aristocats. How do I feel about you? Hey, you go on an adventure with your kids. That's great. She is a cat of society, right? She's a rich cat, but she's not above falling in love with, like, the street hooligan. And you got to say, like, any cat that makes a human being feel, like, invalidated or it makes them feel jealous, right? Like the butler dude is of her. That's a powerful cat. I don't know if I would personally want to have a cat in my life that was that powerful. But as a character, she's pretty fun. I'm going to put her at, I'm going to go top of C tier. Top of C tier for her. Maid Marian from Robin Hood. I don't know why I blanked on that one. From Robin Hood is next up. She's a lot of fun. I think seeing her play around with the kids and everything is a cute scene. She's obviously likes Robin a bunch, and he likes her, and they get married, so that's cool. Like, the movie slows down to let that happen. There's a lot of grown-up movies that don't do stuff like that. They're like think about Pirates of the Caribbean, right? They get married in the middle of a battle scene. Like, Robin Hood's like, oh, let's just pump the brakes. Let's get the friar in here. We're gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna put Maid Marian. I'm gonna go A tier. I really like her. I like her a lot. Next, though, is another S tier for me. We got Miss Bianca from The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under. You guys, if you're not watching those two movies, you're sleeping on hits. They're great. You need to be watching those ones. And she is one of the reasons, right? Her and Bernard both great characters. They actually have development as characters. So that's rare, right? You get a real sequel that isn't just made for video. Yeah, I'm all about Miss Bianca. She's great. Plus, I love her accent. Now we have another almost non-entity. I don't even remember how to say her name. Eilonwy? Eilonwy? I'm so sorry, Black Cauldron people. I like the Black Cauldron even. Like I hadn't seen it until I watched it to do the villain sidekick tier list, which you can check out on my channel as well. But she's a fun character. I remember, like, she's not like a normal princess where you're just like, I mean, to be fair, what is a normal princess nowadays? Like, that doesn't even exist. She's not like a classical princess where she's like the damsel in distress. Like, she's in it. She's into the trouble. She's all about doing just whatever's going on in the adventure. So I like that. But yeah, I'll put her at C. She can be above. She can go right there. I'm splitting up the dog and her owner. They wouldn't like that, but I think it's good for them to start feeling the separation. So naturally, when time passes, maybe it will be a little bit easier. I don't know. I feel like this is getting dark, so I apologize for that. Little Mermaid, Ariel. This one, I really think I might get in trouble for. I want you to think about the movie, and I'm sure you're going to have examples, but I'm just thinking off of my memory of the movie, which is pretty fresh. My 3-year-old loves this movie. Does Ariel do a selfless thing in the movie? You could say, oh, she saves Eric, but is she just doing that because she thinks he's hot? Maybe. But that's the only thing that's even close to like a selfless act. Everybody else is bending over backwards in this movie to get Ariel what she wants. Even after she like signs a deal with a witch. And they're still like, oh, well, I guess we better just give her make sure she gets what she wants. It doesn't have to deal with the natural consequences of her life and her choices. Even her dad's like, yeah, I guess me, the king of the whole ocean, is going to just give up control to Ursula to save my daughter. Which, I mean, is the right thing to do as a dad. But is it the right thing to do as king of the sea? I don't know. She should be putting her dad in that kind of a situation in the first place. And then everything works out for her. That movie works because of the supporting cast for me personally. And the songs are fantastic. But it's not because of Ariel. Oh, okay. She's not an F tier. Obviously, she's not F tier. Is Ariel D tier? I'm talking character, right? I'm not talking about, like, I don't want to take their songs into account or anything. Like, it's not your fault if your movie has songs that aren't, you know, aren't as much of a banger as some of the other ones. Because it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just, she's so young too, in that, like, she thinks her life is so bad, but she's so young. Is it as bad as she thinks it is? Probably not. If Ariel just took a look around, you know, maybe she'd find, like, there's plenty of guys around who are into enough of, like, the weird human stuff. Like, they could like it together or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go. I gotta do something to make everybody mad at me in this video. Let's do it. I'm going D tier. I'm going D tier. My wife is sitting in the bed right now while I'm recording this. If she knew what I just did, I'd be dead on the spot. So let's keep that a secret until she watches this later. And she probably won't watch it, so I'll probably be safe for a long time. Okay, let's move on to Belle. Here's Belle. I like Belle. Now, whereas Ariel, it's like, what does she do that's selfless? We can look at Belle and know she does selfless things. She does take her dad's place in the castle as a prisoner. She bandages up the beast after he saves her and everything. She's patient. And as much as like we like to pretend that she is, like super smart or educated, she's reading books. Yeah. So she's more educated than a lot of people in her village, but think about what kind of a book she's reading, right? She's reading like a romance novel. She's essentially reading Twilight, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like sometimes we will look at her and we'll be like, I know that in the live action one, they make her an inventor, but we'll be like, man, she's just so cool because she just reads, and it's like, she's just reading normal books, though. Populist stuff. Which makes her more relatable, really, in my eyes. Yeah. Let's go. B tier. I'm going B tier. But she's above Tinkerbell for sure. I like her relationship with Chip too. I think that is also a lot of fun. So there's that. Jasmine, I like. She, similar to Belle and to Ariel, isn't very happy with her situation, right? But she is, instead of just being like wanting to run away or anything, or go find someplace else to be, she's like, hey, let's change the rules, Dad. Let's do this. But he's like, until the end, he isn't about that. She's like, from the beginning, she's like, why do I have to marry anybody? And the dad's just like, I ain't gonna listen to you. And then eventually, at the end, he's like, well, I guess she was right the whole time. She is an active participant in the finale of the movie, which I like. Sure, she's not perfect, right? She's gonna admit that, right? Because she's ignorant to what's going on in the real world. She does not know what a gallon of milk costs, right? But that's not her job to know those things. I'll go A tier for Jasmine, for sure. Right. Now, so here's one that you might say, this is not a princess. But we're going to talk about Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. She's definitely a princess. She fits the Disney criteria, right? Because she ends up with the Pumpkin King at the end of the movie. So that's more than we can say about Duchess, the cat. So we're gonna talk about her. I like Sally. I think that she is the smartest person, maybe like common sense wise, in the entire movie. She's trying to help and stop people from being ridiculous and stupid, and it doesn't work out for her a ton, but she's cool. She's resilient. Again, not happy with where she is in life. With her, it's more understandable. She's like being abused and everything, so it's like you're like, yes, get out, Sally, and she does, and that's good. I'm going A. I'm going to go above Cinderella. A tier for Sally. Here's another one that might get me in trouble. Nala from The Lion King. She's a non-entity. I have not seen the live action Lion King, which is almost entirely animated in a computer. I haven't seen that one. And so I know that Beyonce, the Queen Bee, herself, it made Nala more of a character. But like in the animated one, like she's not really. I do like that her and Simba are friends when they're kids. Kid Nala, I'm way more invested in than adult Nala. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like she shows up to be like, Simba, you can't just live here. That's what she does for the story. Let's put her in. Goodness. As much as I was just trash talking her, I don't think I'm going to go too low for Nala. Let's put her in B tier. We'll go B tier. Low B tier for Nala. I'm looking, and I don't know if we're going to have another F tier. It might just be that little deer. She might just be hauled by herself. All right. Pocahontas is next. And Pocahontas is great as a character. She's, driven. She's independent. She cares about the group of people that she is around, like her people. She wants what's best for everybody. She wants to educate people who are dumb, like John Smith, and is like, you don't even understand what's going on. Let me teach you with the power of magic. Yeah. And then eventually she goes over to London and stuff. I like her enough to put her in B tier. Let's go there. Yeah, we'll go top of B tier. Almost top of B tier. Sorry, Belle is top of B tier. But we're gonna get some. Man, there's a Disney princesses. Disney, they do good characters, good female characters, good male characters. It's like Disney's pretty good at this whole making movies thing or something, guys. Bo Peep. I would not have considered Bo Peep for this list if it were not for Toy Story 4. Or if I would have considered her for the list, she would not have been very high on the list. But, man, boy howdy, Toy Story 4 is great. And she is a big reason for that. Man, she adapts, she grows as a character, and cares for people, kids, and other toys in the situations that they're in. Goodness, so good. I just love Bo Peep, and the way she challenges Woody, who is like the most like set in his ways character ever. It's almost like there's hope for people like me who are set in their ways. Maybe that's why I like Bo Peep so much. Maybe I'm like my wife is Bo Peep. But she has both of her arms though, so I mean it's not like a 1-for-1 situation. So nobody's perfect, right? Kayla has both of her arms still. So maybe one day she'll be more like Bo Peep. Wow, I really hope that doesn't happen, because that'd be a bad thing to have called in a YouTube video. Hey, let's just put Bo Peep at A tier. Let's put her. Yeah, I'll go right there. Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I am it's kind of mixed on her. I don't have an opinion one way or another. And so for that reason, I'm going to put her in D tier. I mean, she ends up with Frollo, guys. It's not her fault. It is her. I don't know. She gets the raw deal in that movie, though. I don't know, guys. I don't have anything really negative to say about her. So let's put her in C tier at least. Let's get her. Yeah, that feels fine. That feels real good. Got another S tier coming for you, though. Meg from Hercules. Big fan. Yeah, she's going to go there. I love her. She's complex. She's got issues she's working through. Though, she's kind of betraying Hercules in a similar way to what Tinkerbell does, right? It's where we find her at the beginning. It's not, she doesn't slide to that. She's there and then she works her way out. And by the end, she's selfless, and she's, again, making our main character better, which is something that I like to see in a supporting character. If they're not going to challenge them, right, in a negative way, as an antagonist, it's really nice when our secondary characters, I think, are pushing them to become better. Yeah, so I like her, and her voice is crazy recognizable whenever I hear her in anything. It's like, oh, hey, that's Meg. Like, she's in that jump roping Disney Channel movie that my wife made me watch, and I was like, hey, that's Meg from Hercules. So yeah, she's great. Let's go to Mulan. Mulan is another S tier, right? Love Mulan. She's so cool. She's gonna go like, ooh, yeah, I should go above Meg, but that's as high as I'm gonna let her go. She's the main character through and through of this movie. She is leading the action and the plot, and it's because she wants to protect her dad. It's about honor or whatever too, but it's also like, if I don't go, my dad's gonna die, and she's just not okay with that. She's like, I'm gonna take his place, even if it means something bad's gonna happen to me. And then again, any character that makes other people better, like when a main character makes the people around them better people, I love it. It's some real Paddington energy. I'm all about that big Paddington energy. So BPE is off the charts with Mulan, and that's why she's S tier. So, like her. Princess Ada from A Bug's Life. My default word when I like something is to be like, it's fun. Princess Ada is not fun. Princess Ada she's wound up tight. She's got a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibility coming her way. And, she's stressed, and rightfully so, because, right, you don't do the job right, then all of the grasshoppers are going to show up and they're going to kill everybody. So, the stakes are pretty high. I think she's a good leader, and I think she's got the best interest of her people as royalty at heart. And that is, the older I get, less and less likely to happen in real life. And so to see it happen is good. I'm going to put her in. Let's go. Yeah, go B tier. B tier for Princess Ada. We're going to have another A tier here with Jane Porter from Tarzan. I don't know, man. I like her. I'm going to put her below Sally in A tier. She's adventurous. She's trying new things. She's brave. She cares about animals in like a good way, right? I don't know if there's a bad way. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just think she's really cool. And I don't know. I don't have a ton to say. I just like her character. A tier. Oh, look. I think I found another F tier for our little dear friend. This is Nira. And Nira is from the movie Dinosaur. And I remember just about nothing from the movie Dinosaur. I remember the line, "Stand together," from the trailer. And that's about it. Aladar, I believe, is the name of the boy dinosaur. I'll put her below the little deer. Kida, I think is how you say her name. It's been a while since I've seen this one. I don't think it's Kida, but it might be. From Atlantis. She's cool. That whole movie's cool. Yeah, I don't know. She's cool, but it's cool enough. And cool's enough to get you above Nala. So I'm going to put her there. That's what I got. I don't have a ton on that one. Pixar is proving to be like bringing some heavy hitters for me, though. I love Celia. I think that she's fantastic. Again, great voice actress, Jennifer Tilly. I like how she doesn't put up with Mike's nonsense and calls him out on it. But yet when the chips are down and things are going bad, she is supportive, right? So like, it's not like she's like, we've got to turn in that baby. Like that would have been a bad turn for her character. They're like we have a kid. Like instead she's like, I'm going to help them the best that I can. So I really, really like her. She seems like a real person, like a real character, right? She's disappointed about dinner in a realistic way. She's not like it could have been really easy for her character to be like an overbearing girlfriend. I'm glad that that's not where they went with it. So I'm going to put her top of B tier above Belle. I like her a whole lot. I also like a whole lot our next person, and that is Nani from Lilo and Stitch. This poor girl is so selfless, working her job to take care of her little sister after her parents die, and like putting her social life on hold. You know, David is, I think we put him really high on the Prince tier list because he's great, and he really likes her and she likes him. You can see the bags under her eyes here. Like, I don't know why. Like, I got these pictures from the Disney wiki, and a lot of the pictures I feel like made the princesses look, or the people look, really sad. She's just like stretched thin, but she's selfless and she loves her sister. That'd be a tough situation to be in. She's easily. I'm going S tier. She is S tier. I just think that she's great, and like the kind of person where if my daughters were like, I think she's great, I love Nani, I want to be like her when I grow up, I'd be like, outside of me having to be dead for you to do all the things she does, I agree with you. That's great. That's a great thing to strive to be. Selfless, but like she's real too. She gets annoyed. Like, I love that she's not like a saint, but she's very, very, very good. How to rank Sally from the Cars movies? Goodness. Sally Carrera. Gosh. I don't know. I'm sure it's been a while since I've seen Cars 1. And I know she gets more screen time and character development in that one than she does in the other ones. But she's really a C tier. C for Cars. I'm going to put her there. I don't got a lot. Not a lot for me there. Now, this is the one movie I had to watch because I had not seen it. Like, not even ever. And this is Enchanted. This is Giselle. And this is the animated version of her. She's played by Amy Adams, voiced by and then portrayed in live action when she comes to the real world. I love that this character grows. Again, real big Paddington energy from her, and that she is making other people's lives better. Yeah, I think she's good. I like that she goes after the dragon to fight her at the end. Susan Sarandon as a dragon. Let's go pretty high with this one. I'm gonna go A tier. And I'm gonna go right there, right above Cinderella. Here is the thing with our next person, Ellie from Up. How do you rank Ellie from Up? she's not a character really, right? I mean, you see her as a little kid. She's crazy. But like in the whole like montage, she's like perfect. And you know that's not like real. That's not real life. Like you could take a montage of me and make me look perfect. If you had footage from like my whole life, it would probably take that much footage to put together the 9 minutes of Up to do that. But she's, man, he misses her. He loves her a whole bunch. I'm gonna try not to think about it too much because I'd really rather not cry while making my Disney princess tier list. I don't want to put her up in S tier. I don't think it's fair. Because like all the rest of these characters are like in the whole movie. Boy, howdy though. She'd have to be top of A. Let's just do S tier. We can say it's honorary, right? But it feels fine. It doesn't feel like the wrong decision. So, yeah. It's an honorary one. She'll have an asterisk by it, like, died really early. That's what the asterisk stands for. All right, well, let's move past the sadness, and let's move on to Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Another great character. Hardworking, probably too much so, but she's got to put in the time, right? Because she's, like, a woman. That's a big part of it. And then the race is also an issue for her that she's overcoming down in New Orleans. And yeah, I think that she's really, really great and that she has a vision. And again, the kind of person where if one of my kids is like, I like her, I'm like, what about her do you like? They're like, she has a goal that she wants and nobody's going to stop her. And I'm like, all right. And she's motivated. She's positive about it. I think she's great. She's an A tier for sure. So let's put her in A tier and let's go. You can go above Peep. Not quite above Jasmine, but I do like you a lot, Tiana. Rapunzel, again, heavy Paddington energy, but she's not very smart. Again, not her fault. She's been raised as not smart as she is. Mother Gothel is even less smart, because here's the thing. I just can't stand the fact that Mother Gothel doesn't get away with her whole thing, because like she didn't need to tell Rapunzel any of the things that makes her sad, right? Or that makes her wanting. Like she didn't have to tell. Here's the big one. Why tell Rapunzel her real birthday? Right? Like why? Because then she's keeping track. She's like, it's my 18th birthday. Every birthday those lanterns go up. Like she could have been like, your birthday's literally any other day of the year. And also those are, it's like, stay inside, Rapunzel. If you're outside when those flaming things go into the sky, they'll kill you. And then Rapunzel will be like, oh gosh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to get murdered. And she would not, like, no one would show up to tell her differently, right? I mean, like Flynn would show up eventually, sure, maybe. But I don't know, man. I just feel like this isn't what I'm supposed to be talking about, but like it's just what sticks out to me whenever I think about this movie. It's a good movie. I love the songs in it. She's great. It's really weird that she looks well designed when she's got the long blonde hair and the short brown hair. Like she looks like it doesn't look weird on either of those. So it's good design, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like it should look weird one way or the other. She's resourceful. There's nothing wrong with her, right? It feels weird to say that, like, about people. Nothing wrong with her. She's definitely better than Nala. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, she's B tier for sure. You can hang out right there. This is good company, Rapunzel. You shouldn't be upset at all about that. Alrighty. Which now brings us to Merida. I don't know. I don't really like Merida. It's one of those, like, I don't have a reason. She just rubs me the wrong way. I'm going to put her in D tier. I'm going to put her below. I feel like this is another one that could get me in trouble, especially because I don't have a reason. It's just like, just a gut feeling on this one, D tier. So, sorry. Now, here's the thing, though. We got another S tier on our hands. Vanellope von Schweetz, fantastic. How high do I want to go? I'll tell you what, there's no limits to how high she can fly. I'm going to go, be realistic here. Oh, gosh. Yes. I'm going. That's very high. That's very, very high. And I want to go higher. I'm going higher. I put her number 2. Oh no. Yeah, I love her. She's obnoxious. She's a little kid. She's ridiculously silly. And she's just growing into a little person who is trying to figure out what she's doing. She's so young compared to everybody else on the list almost. And feels like a child, which I like. And I love Wreck-It Ralph. I just love that movie. I bawl. That movie, I bawl. I don't even have to be like watching the whole movie. I catch the end of it on TV, I'll cry. The kids are watching it, I gotta be careful. I can't go in the living room. Or if I do want to cry, you just pull up the ending of Wreck-It Ralph and watch that. And who would have thought Sarah Silverman, right? Doing that good? Whoever cast her, I guess. But I mean, I love that character. She's just too cute. Okay. And now we get to the real, like, these are the modern ones. I would say these 5 characters are the modern Disney princesses. Like, in the same way that when I was growing up, it was like, you know, you had Ariel, you had Belle, you had Jasmine, you had Pocahontas. These are this generation's. Now you can say, Seth, the first 2 of these are queens, and they are, right? But at the beginning of the movie, Elsa is a princess. In the first almost all the way through the first 2 movies, Anna is a princess. And at the end, like, I don't know what Elsa is anymore. She's just off doing like ice spirit stuff. Anyway, but they were princesses at one point, so they definitely count. Elsa is first up. Girl is troubled. She's got issues, but don't we all? She just, I mean, it's not her fault, right? She got told by the troll guy, or they got told by the troll guy, hey, don't be afraid, don't live in fear. And then what does the dad do? He's like, well, we should be afraid of this ice powers and we should lock you away. And I'm like, I think you're not doing what the guy said to do. And then that's how she grows up. So, I mean, that's on the dad. To me, as a dad, I will look at him and say, like, that's on you, bro. She's got ice powers, which is more than we can say of anybody else on this list, right? Straight up in a fight, Elsa is beating everybody on this list. There's not a single person here that stands a chance in a fight against her. So, I mean, if we're going on power level, she's S tier for sure. I do like Elsa. Which one do I like her more in? Doesn't matter. Probably the second one. She's selfless too, right? She wants to help. She's doing what she thinks is best. Let's put Elsa in A tier. Yeah, bottom of A tier. Now, I love Anna though, because her superpower is just being kind and loving, and again, that's some big Paddington energy, and we need more of that in the world. People changing their situations and the situations of people around them just by being nice, because everybody can be nice, everybody can be kind, everyone. Not everybody can be Elsa. You can't be Elsa, right? You don't have ice powers. You're not that special. But what if I tell you the better person to be is Anna, and you can be her? Hey, guess what? That's good. She's A tier. Very top of A tier. No, I take it back. She's S tier. She's there. S tier. Love her. She's great. Very funny too. Moana. Make way, make way. Moana also very good. I think Disney's just been, they've hit their stride again in a good way when it comes to these kind of movies. I love the characters. Very, I think selfless. I keep coming back to it. So selfless, and just wanting to help people at their own, like whatever it's going to cost them, they're fine with it. And man, we need more people to be teaching that lesson, right? So I like Moana more than Elsa. I'm going A tier for Moana. This tier list is stacked heavy up top, which I like. Hey, like I said before, they do a good job at this. Raya. This movie's more depressing than a lot of the other ones. It's like post-apocalyptic, which is cool. She has more of an arc than a lot of, she has more of an arc than Anna does, for sure. Does she have more of an arc than Elsa? No, I don't think so. But she does grow a lot, and she learns to trust again. And through that is where she saves the day, right? She makes plenty of mistakes, which I think is good to see. You don't want perfect characters. The best people on this list, except for Mary Poppins, and maybe Miss Bianca, make mistakes, and they grow from those mistakes, which I think is good to see. That's the kind of stuff you need to see as a kid, especially, but then not, like, I keep seeing it as an adult. Don't watch these movies with your brain turned off. You can still be inspired to be a better person watching Disney stuff, even as an adult, right? That's the difference between this stuff and then like the brainless kid stuff. If you've watched enough kid movies, you know this kind of stuff I'm talking about. The stuff where you really don't need to pay attention because it really doesn't matter. There's less and less, not less and less of it. There's more and more good stuff. There's probably just as much as ever, if not more, bad stuff too. But all of that to say, Raya is pretty good. I'm going to put Raya in B tier. And I'm going to put her above. I'll put her right there. I do like Raya. Which brings us to our final Disney princess. Now, I questioned, like, do you just put all the sisters in? And it's like, then you got to put a cousin in too. And I didn't want to do that. So I'm just going to do Mirabelle from Encanto. Because just like Anna, she has no power. But her power is, like, I think her power is listening, right? realizing what's going on around her, seeing that people are not as happy as they are, and like helping them work through that by helping them be honest, because she knows more than any of them what it's like to like have your dreams crushed. She's had to live that already. But she still like has a smile on her face and goes about doing good things. Oh gosh, she's great. That movie is great. If you still haven't seen it, I doubt you're this far in the video, but if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I'm happily going not S tier. I'm gonna go A tier for her, and I'm gonna go top of A tier. This movie just came out, so it's you don't want to go, too high. Recency biased and all. But I yeah, going A tier. And that is the list. Lot to I don't know. Lot to unpack with this one. Please let me know. What do you think about it? Do you think that I am crazy for this? Or do you think I got it about right? I feel good about it. Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. We come out with new videos every single Saturday morning, as well as other times throughout the week. We're doing a lot of streaming, playing some Elden Ring, and probably lots of other games whenever you're watching this. Feel free to drop in on those. We'd love to have you. Let me know. Like this tier list, I'm doing it because somebody said in the comments they wanted me to do it. I had it further out on the calendar, but I was like, hey man, let's just do it now. And so something else you want me to rank, put it in the comments below, and I will definitely consider it. Take care, and we will see you next time. Bye.